In this video we're going to look at finding the perimeter of some more shapes that include parts of circles in the perimeter. So here we have a shape that has three straight sides and then a semicircle. What I like to do is I like to start with the circle, because once I have the measurement for the circle part over here, it's just simply adding up the three straight sides. So as with all circles, we're going to use the formula for the circumference as diameter times pi. The diameter of this circle would be equal to this far side, 4.3 centimeters, because if we take the 4.3 centimeters, look at where the diameter of the circle would be, we see that it would be the same. And 4.3 times pi, 3.14, gives us a circumference of a circle at 13.502. But since we only have half of a circle over here, we're going to take the circumference of a full circle and divide it by 2. And we get 13.502 divided by 2 for a distance of 6.751. Now that we have the circumference of the semicircle, we can simply take that and add it to the three remaining sides. We have 1.75 down here, 4.3 and 1.75 across. And our perimeter then is 14.521 centimeters. And since we have at most 2 decimal places up here, I like to take the answer and round it off to as accurate. The most accurate answer we had up here was 2 decimal places, so I take this and I round it down to 2 decimal places to make it 14.52. In this shape we have not one, we've got one up here and a second semicircle, both of them a different size. So to start, I'm going to use the semicircle, whose diameter I know, as it's given over here, 3.6, and I'm going to solve for the perimeter of that semicircle. The formula that I'm going to use is the same as always: circumference equals diameter times pi. And we already know the diameter as being 3.6 multiplied by 3.14. And we get 11.304. Because it's a semicircle, I'm going to take the 11.304 divided by 2 to get the circumference of the semicircle being 5.652. Next step would be to find the diameter of the second circle, and to do that I would add up 2.4, 3.6 and 1.8, and we get the diameter of 7.8. Go back to the circumference equals diameter times pi. This case we have a diameter of 7.8, multiply it by 3.14, and we get a circumference of 24.492. Now the last step, all we need to do is take the 24.492, divide that by 2 to get the circumference of the semicircle being 12.246. Perimeter for the shape is taken by taking the perimeter of the semicircles, 12.246 plus 5.652, and adding that to the two sides, the 1.8 and the 2.4, and we have a total perimeter of 22.098. With this shape, we do not have a diameter, but we do have part of a circle, which is actually a quarter of a circle on the bottom. And we can figure out the radius of this circle by looking at this side over here is 6.3 and the straight side over here is 4.5. So 6.3 minus 4.5 gives us a radius of 1.8 centimeters. If I want to verify, I can take the 3.2 and subtract it from the 5 to see if I get 1.8 as well. So now that we've verified the radius as 1.8, we can figure out what diameter of that circle would be by multiplying the 1.8 by 2 to get 3.6. To solve for the semicircle, we simply take the formula for circumference is diameter times pi. Substitute in our diameter, which is 3.6, multiply it by 3.14. And we get the circumference of a full circle being 11.304. But since it represents only a quarter of a circle down here in the corner, we're going to take the full circumference and divide it by 4. So we have the circumference, the partial circumference down here being 2.826 centimeters. Add that to 3.2 plus 6.3 plus 5 plus 4.5 to get the perimeter. To get the perimeter equal to 21.826 centimeters.